two very critical things that every person who uses cyberspace should understand is: once on internet, forever on internet, no 100% deletion. And if you can ever put it into your mind, do not trust internet.
In the first 2 months of 2022 alone, there were more than 200,000 cases of cybercrime. There have been more than 400 apps that have been banned by Meta that have been stealing our data and logins. Can you imagine, with all this damage and the younger generation getting more and more involved with technology? It's time to be aware and have all the knowledge that we require. The cybercrime is so bad that the Home Ministry has dedicated a portal just for reporting cybercrimes alone. According to the Forbes, more than 80% companies are prone to cyber attacks. So what are the companies doing? What are individuals doing who get attacked? What are we doing to tackle things like phishing and dark web? Today I'm going to present you Dhanya Menon, India's first female cybercrime investigator, who got awarded by the President of India and has won many other honors. And she has been following her passion since a very young age. There is a movie also coming out on her. So you're going to see her on the big screen very soon and her journey. But before that, let's catch up with her and find out what can we do to be more secure and safe in the cyberspace. This is Muskan Sethi and you're tuned in to the A-Game podcast. Hello, ma'am. So good to see you. Welcome to my show. How are you feeling?
I'm good.
And how have you been? The last time we met, we were at the award function at Rashtrapati Bhavan. How was that experience? For me, it was like a wow experience. I was quite shocked that I'm standing amongst such accomplished women who leave no excuses for going after what they want in life. So I was really overwhelmed that day, especially by not just the President of India's speech, but even like meeting all of you. So I'm really excited, and I wanted to thank you for, taking our time and coming and talking to us about these few important things and yourself.
But I think my experience there also was like, I thought it was a little early for me to be there in that position. Because like how you said, there were women there who went after what they thought was good or what they wanted. Now, this was not something which I went after. Okay, this came to me as destiny. Yes, when it came to me, I caught hold of it and I worked through 100%. That's the only thing I can claim. I didn't have to fight a battle to get to where it was. Or I didn't have to fight a battle to dream this particular thing, because this is not my dream. And I really felt it was a little early for me to be there at the Rashtrapati Bhavan among those accomplished women myself. A little too early is what I felt. But then again, destiny,
yes,
you can't stop it.
Yes, ma'am. And you also say that, this profession chose you.
Yes.
So do you think you are like natural, you have that natural knack for this? Like you were born with these abilities because your grandfather pursued you. He showed you this profession. Were you naturally good at it? That's why you were able to follow it and take it up?
Actually, you're making me think on these things, because I never thought on these lines whether I was naturally a person who could go about it. But I would definitely say my grandfather trusted on me with this particular profession. So when he said something like this to me, I just smiled at him and I said, "Are you mad? Are you crazy? Why would I leave a job where I needed a job at that time because my personal life was going through a lot of chaos." So I said, why would I leave a job to get into something new and start experimenting on stuff, And I said, you should be crazy. He said, no, you are going to do this at least for my sake. And I know you can do it. So I think he had the trust on me more than I trusted myself on any of these things.
Thanks to your courage, you were the first cybercrime investigator female in India, which is, nowadays we've been hearing that a lot of youngsters are a part of these cybercrimes. Ma'am, why do you think that is happening? Is it because the lack of awareness either vulnerable or make us the victim of the cyber crime?
See, it's basically that, youngsters, one thing they feel this particular area is somewhere where they are undetectable. Second is an urge to have quick money. Okay. Now the comparison is an apple to an orange. If my father built a house at 44, when I'm 20, I want to compete with my father. Not compete with my father who was 22, but compete with my father who was 44. And to prove that I'm better than him.
I feel youngsters want to work smart. They don't want to work hard unnecessarily because time is now money. I mean, it was always...
How is it possible? If you have to be smart, you have to learn.
You're right.
And learning comes the hard way.
Yeah.
Learning doesn't come simply, right?
Agreed, ma'am.
Then, if you have to be smart, see, there was once a time when we would say that, initially, the first 10 years of your career, you just toil and no money. Next 20 years, it would mean money and toil. Probably the next years, if you survive, is when you see no toil and only money.
Ma'am, do you think back then things were more safer when there were feature phones versus now everything is smartphone and there's the cloud? Do you think
we have to evolve? I don't say that, hold on to something that is age-old technology and call yourself safe. No, we have to evolve. We have to learn. We have to be conscious in the way that we are using it.
I personally think that cybercrime and real world crimes are very similar. I don't see any difference in blackmailing someone online or blackmailing them in real life and meeting them in person. It's just you're using a different medium of communication, but you're doing the same thing. And I just feel that people, be it youngsters or be it some issued adult with psychological problems, can be doing these things. They can be in the attacking part of it. They can also be in the victim side of things, Ma'am, what do you think about ethical hackers?
See, the concept of ethical hacking is outdated. Since 2008, there's nothing called ethical hacking because 2008, the law came in and said hacking is no more a crime.
Okay.
So hacking is not a crime.
Okay.
Hacking is a profession now.
Yes.
All right. If I am a hacker, I am a professional. You cannot call me a criminal. But if I do hacking without the permission of law,
very important,
or if I do hacking in a methodology that is unauthorized, then I become a criminal.
Ma'am, if you try to crack my Facebook password or Instagram password without my permission, will you be liable to punishment by Indian law?
Of course.
Yes.
No, without your permission, or if you are a suspect in any of the crime and there is no law or law enforcement or law system that asks me to do that, then I'm liable.
There was this case I read recently where these hackers were able to take out 94 lakhs from someone's account, just, in few minutes. People are silly enough to give their OTPs to people. And also, it's not that if, say, someone will call me today and ask for my OTP, I will not give it out. But ma'am, how can they manipulate you to that extent that you give out your OTP, you give out your personal details? Is there a way to extract these things?
The point is, I can send you a link and I can say you are getting a gift of 50,000 rupees, just like that. You click on this link and go and you click on the link.
Just click.
And it works. So it's
my
greed.
God. Wow.
So it's human greed.
My God. If someone can send me a picture, a link saying that, what are you doing here? Why were you wearing this? And I will click on it. And can it be that someone can also send me a message from your profile? Like a hacker. That is also possible nowadays?
Which can appear to be my profile just because you see my picture and my name need not be my profile at all.
Yeah. And we had a computer lab where we did learn a few things about cybersecurity, but there was not a special class to tell us how much information we can put out there or not. I mean, I quite shocked about that because I don't think kids realize that whatever they're putting out on social media right now, it's forever out there. Is that true?
Forever. Once on internet, forever on internet.
No way.
That's one thing that you all have. Everybody needs to understand, because see, I can put it out now. I decide, okay, no, I change my mind and I take it out tomorrow. But you might have seen it. You may have downloaded it.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Another 5 years later, you decide, oh, this is some nice thing that I had downloaded once upon a time. Let me re-air it.
No. So that's how things are getting leaked.
Two very critical things that every person who uses cyberspace should understand is: once on internet, forever on internet, no 100% deletion. And if you can ever put it into your mind, do not trust internet.
The craziest thing I've ever heard is, and I'm faced it myself. So say if I'm like trying to watch a movie, which is not available anywhere. I mean, we've all done that in our teenage. We try to like download movie links, or we want to like, we don't realize that how bad piracy is or how dangerous piracy can get. Like, when you're a kid, you want to just go on uTorrent, just get any movie you want, do things. I've heard that there are some algorithms or maybe some kind of hackers that they get to know what you're searching for, and then suddenly they will start sending you those links of what you're searching for, and you will click on it. And I see this very similar pattern where nowadays when we talk about something, then we start seeing ads on it on our phone. And what I've heard is like, again, I've read on internet, so I'm telling you that. But I would like to know the truth from you, that they're just taking our keywords. Is that true? That they're just picking up our keywords? And is that like morally acceptable?
You have agreed to it. When you downloaded Google, search engines, your social media, you have agreed to all these things that they can use you. You're not paying for it.
Yeah.
So when you're using something free, you are the product.
Wow. That is a very important statement.
So when you have agreed to it, where is the moral responsibility that they have?
What is your take on, this sexting and sending each other all these naughty messages? Because that's the only way you can communicate. Some people are in a long distance relationship, and they feel like it's okay. Women feel that it's okay. Like I mean, by now I'm sure a lot of women know that they don't have to. Even if you trust someone, don't send out your pictures, because it's the cloud, right? Once it's there, it's there. You never know who's going to take it from where and what's going to be out there.
See, basically, it can happen in many ways. Like, it can go because you lose your gadget.
Oh.
I had a worst case where the boy actually got fed up of using the handset. He gifted the handset to his friend. He bought a new handset. Suddenly he sees that his girlfriends and his photographs and messages are all over the area.
Oh my God!
And both the girl and the boy had to kill themselves.
What, ma'am?
They did because they couldn't face the situation. And that's how my NGO and toll-free number started off.
Please tell us more about that, ma'am.
Because that was one situation where this one girl called me up and said, "Ma'am, my pictures are all out. My boyfriend's pictures are all out. I'm very sure he has not done it, but then we do not know what to do about it. And I was traveling." I said, "You have to give me a week's time before I come back to Kerala." And then 4 days later, a policeman calls and says a boy committed suicide because we filed an FIR against him for, sending messages, forwarding obscene messages and things like that. So I said, "Yeah, well, I have 2 more days. I need 2 more days to come back." By the time I come back, the girl has also committed suicide. The policeman comes with the data, and I realize that this is the girl who called me 1 week back. So I just thought, if probably she had somebody to talk to, would have saved her life, because she has not done anything wrong. Morally, if you ask me, she's not done something wrong. It was not her mistake. This could happen in many ways.
Just how our digital footprints can be traced back to the first time we ever posted something. I've heard there's no perfect crime, even in cybercrime. So, how easy is it to catch these offenders?
Technically,
Wow. I've also heard that hackers can, or the offenders can blackmail you, scare you to that extent that they'll tell you what information can they see of mine. Like they'll know what you're wearing, they'll know how
everything.
your battery, how much battery is charged, all that.
Everything.
Really? Is it someone who has to be physically there, or it can be done remotely?
Remotely, because you give them access.
It's either that
The
link.
online games that kids play now, what security do they have? They have some friends playing along with them, some friends to friends, and then they give access to the friend to get into their system. Their mobile phones also. So what is the big safety? How do they know that who the friend is?
Last question, I'm not going to trouble you much. In fact, 2 questions. One is about WhatsApp. These WhatsApp universities. Who opened these university and who
You
runs
and I.
them? Okay, fair enough. Do you think WhatsApp is safe?
No.
Oh, ma'am. I'm like in a dilemma. I thought I'm going to, after talking to you, be like, okay, like maybe
You'll find more internet to be safe, and
maybe I'll find some apps from you which are safer, and now...
sorry to disappoint you.
Ma'am, how safe are public Wi-Fis?
0%.
0%. Yeah. I think I have joined the airport Wi-Fi a few times. Is that safe? No.
I've never done.
At least we should not do digital transactions on it.
Never.
And ma'am, how do you stay sane? I've heard that dancing is your...
Absolutely. That's the only thing that keeps me sane.
See, you have this smile back on your face. Tell me about that, ma'am. Does it give you like freedom? Is it a...
Yeah, all I wanted to be is a dancer ever from the time I remember. But I had to give it up because of my personal issues in life. Then got back to dancing.
What personal issues, if you don't mind sharing?
I know I got separated from my husband. There were financial issues that came in. So a lot of other things that came in life. Priorities changed, which didn't give me the time, space and money to dance.
Wow.
So I had a break of 9 years. Then again got back to dancing. I put on weight. I had gone to 96 kgs. Then came back to this form and shape after a lot of practice. I did my PhD in Kuchipudi. I teach Bharatanatyam, Mohiniyattam and Kuchipudi under the banner Salamanjiga. My niece is a teacher now here after so long. But I still do performances with her.
Yeah. Is there a message that you would like to give to younger generation who wants to follow your footsteps?
Stay safe. Learn about the space before you get into it. Don't do things just because your neighbor is doing it. Because if you fall in trouble, nobody's going to be there with you.
And ma'am, is there any helpline that women can call or...
There's a WhatsApp number. It's 8129 771111. Reach out to us. It's a WhatsApp helpline number. Please do not call on that number. And every message that comes in will be in store. You can't just call or text us and ask if it's raining in Kerala anymore. Please.
Okay.
That happens too.
Really? And what is the best thing about internet? We said don't trust the internet. According to you, what is the best thing about the internet?
The world has become so small.
Yeah.
Information is at your fingertips. Use it wisely.
Ma'am, this was very inspiring. Trust me. And the way you said now that everything has a time, like that really hit me. And I'm also going to read this book. Thank you. Don't forget to catch us next Thursday. like, follow, and subscribe, where we bring you every Thursday a brand new episode and a guest from all different walks of life. We bring you aces from different fields to find out what does it take. Is it skill? Is it luck? Or a bit of both? This is Muskan Sethi signing off from the A Game podcast. Take care and go for it.
Yeah, you can raise the stakes, it don't matter cause I'm all in. Focus man, guaranteed to blow cause I'm all in. Know the plan from top to bottom, but they tryna call my bluff. Winning every award, it's going down, royal flush. You gotta see it in your mind if you wanna be it. Crushing the competition, cause I truly believe it. From continent to continent, I'm about my numbers, man. Give me all the chips, cause I always got the upper hand.